fait qu'on reçoive 100 000 euros.
The fact that we receive 100,000 euros once a year, based on the vote on UEFA.com for the team of the year, is very important for the ICRC. It's important because we can spend that 100,000 euros on a very specific program in Afghanistan, which aims at rebuilding people. The money is spent on doing building and repairing prosthetics. Nowadays, making a prosthetic for a kid is difficult, using very complicated material. It must last in time, but a child grows up very fast. You have to change his prosthetics. You have to follow up on him during all his life. The 100,000 euros allows us to work in the long term. It's crucial. The fact that it was the team of the year chosen by people, the fact of it being UEFA, that's something very strong as well. It's not only about the money.
C'est quelque chose qui est aussi fort, donc il n'y a pas que l'argent. On doit le faire parce que le CICR et l'UEFA, je crois, ensemble.
We must do it because the ICRC and UEFA want the best for these people. We must be innovative. We must not be afraid to take risks. The money received from UEFA allows us not only to give physical support, which is our job, we know how to repair physically and help people to go forward, but we've even gone a step further and taking a lot of risks by integrating people within a social dimension. One thing I'm proud of today is that if you look at the 7 ICRC centers in Afghanistan, 90 to 95% of people working in those centers are people who were ex-patients. That's fantastic. And that was made possible because UEFA helped us in the long term.
Parce que l'UEFA nous a aidés dans la durée. On a un partenariat entre le CICR.
The partnership between UEFA and ICRC has been going on for 15 years now, and it's a very strong partnership because it's about football. I'm lucky enough to travel around the world and work in countries like Somalia, Yemen, Kosovo, the United States, even in Geneva, and what you notice is that there's one common trait. People love football. Not only boys and men, but girls and women as well. I think that's extraordinary. There's a common link in this very polarized world, which goes beyond cultures and polarizations. This is something which is very dear to us, as well as the educational aspect, and we've seen that during the 15 years of our partnership. That when people play football, they quickly understand that they need to understand the rules. To me, having rules is agreeing on having a common language between teams, between opponents.
Je sais qu'au football, on n'aime pas toujours les arbitres.
I know that in football, people don't always like the referees, but they do agree that we need a referee. They do agree about the rules. In the end, during the extreme times where the ICRC works, in major humanitarian or war crises, the rules often disappear. There are a lot of problems about respecting one another. In an environment like that, football has a very strong educational value. And then of course the last thing that makes the partnership so strong is that it's UEFA. We know this association well. The partnership has developed with time. This organization has a vision that goes beyond the current season. They think about the future, and that's how we want to work too. Because we know that in our world, humanitarian problems do not stop tomorrow. You need to think about the day after tomorrow. It's important to have such a long-term partnership for us.
Dans la durée, c'est ce qui compte pour nous.